I was thinking, you've improved quite a lot lately. At the rate you're going, it doesn't seem like you'll need my help for much longer.
Nuh-uh, that's not true, Miss Elena. You know firsthand how clumsy I can be, and there are still so many things about magic that I'd like for you to teach me.
I'm a traveler, Saya, and soon it will be time for me to leave this country.
Yeah, but until that time comes, you and I can stay together, right? I want to learn. So please teach me everything you know, until you find your brooch.
You and I both know you're asking too much of me. Don't play dumb. It's time to give it back, Saya. You improved way too fast. At first, I thought it was because I was good at teaching, but that wasn't the case. You were able to ride a broom properly from the start. You said yourself you come from a faraway land. If you were really that poor of a flyer, then how did you even get here? So when the woman I spoke to told me what she saw, it all came together. You planned this.
Right.
You can't treat people like this. You can't tie someone down using misguided methods.
I was really lonely.
I know, but I'm not a replacement for your little sister.
I know that. But I still wanted to be together with someone. I just hated being alone so much. I was scared. And that's why I decided... Ouchie! What the heck was that for?
Being lonely is not a good excuse. When you are truly serious about accomplishing something, you're always going to be by yourself. Being alone is just part of the process. This isn't the time for friends. Listen, I know how hard it is to fight alone. It is scary. I understand because I've been there myself. So take this.
Your hat?
No, it's your hat. Now you'll be fine even if you're alone. Because with this hat, you'll always have a part of me that's fighting by your side.
But then you'll be hatless.
Oh, don't worry about me. That's actually a spare one. And this way, you and I can match. After I leave here, you'll be by yourself again. But you'll never be alone. Because you have people like me and your sister. Believe it or not, we'll be watching over you.
I'll pay for your hotel stay out of my own wages. If I don't have enough, I'll pay in installments.
And so, we spent our last night together. I comforted her as much as I could, and taught her ways to make it through the magic exams. She told me about her little sister, and I told her all about my journey so far. Lying there, Saya looked so fragile and helpless. It's strange, but deep down, she reminded me a lot of my past self. Six months have passed since that day. I've continued my journey, and I'm now visiting a country far from the land of mages. Oh, they released the latest magic exam results. The article that I read revisited a young girl's days of anguish, but also all of her hopes for the future. It mentioned her sister, her run-in with a traveler, how a hat gave her the courage to keep fighting alone, and finally become an apprentice witch. It said,
When I become a full witch, I'm going to go see the traveler that I love.
I'm waiting patiently for you. One day we will meet again, Saya. Perhaps I should have flown over the forest instead of through. Too late for that. I'll just have to keep going and hope for the best. Some say that just as the rose is protected by thorns, when you step too close to a thing of beauty, occasionally she may show you her fangs. And speaking of lovely things, who is this beauty soaring through the sky, blossoming as brightly as the most colorful field of flowers? That's right. It's me. I don't think I've seen a field this exquisite before. Excuse me.
Oh, hello there.
Are you the one in charge of tending to these flowers?
I don't know that anyone's actually responsible for them. I just come here because I enjoy being around them so much. I love to smell the flowers while basking in the sunshine.
It's amazing how many different kinds there are, especially if nobody's cultivating them. I can see why you like it here.
Your lovely brooch means you're a witch, am I right? If so, may I ask for a favor of you?
Of course, I'll do whatever I can.
Would you mind taking this bouquet with you to the country you were about to enter?
I don't mind delivering it for you, but who am I supposed to give it to?
Anyone you want. What's important is that someone sees how beautiful these flowers are.
I believe I understand. You want me to advertise this flower field for you? Or am I mistaken?
Is that all right?
Oh yes, I'd be happy to.
Blessings and safe travels to you.
These are so lovely. I'm off to share the joy.
Farewell!
Where do you think you're going?
Excuse you.
Hey! Stop! I told you to stop!
What business do you have with me?
Are you a traveler?
As if you can't tell by looking.
What's with that bouquet of flowers?
Certainly nothing that concerns you.
I want to see it.
Hey, wait!
But how? Where did you get this?
It's none of your concern, and I don't appreciate your interrogation. Now give it back to me.
Hey, what's going on here? I'll take care of this. You go take a break, son.
Sir, look at these flowers closely and the shawl they're wrapped in. Don't you think they look
I
like—
said take a break. Did you not hear me? You need to get some rest.
Wait. Give me back my bouquet.
Here.
Thank you.
Please excuse him, miss. He's not usually like this. His sister recently went missing, and he's been quick to anger ever since.
It didn't bother me. Not much, anyway.
Well, regardless, please allow me to properly dispose of the flowers. I apologize profusely, but they're actually not permitted in our country.
Why? What do you mean?
Those flowers are poisonous.
Poisonous? But how? Nothing happened to me.
Of course not. You're a witch. But there is magic in them that will make people who can't use magic lose their minds.
And you're certain it's because of these flowers?
Oh, yes. The instant people see them, they are mesmerized, almost seduced, and can't stop staring. They head to where they bloom, and then themselves become nutrients for the plants.
I see. I understand now why you'd want to dispose of them.
Is there something wrong?
No.
I'm very sorry. You're free to go.
It was me the whole time.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
You're just
guys,
imagining
you up
things,
for
man.
another round?
Those flowers. There are many fascinating stories in the adventures of Nikke. That field of poisonous flowers reminded me of one about a strange plant. Normally, plants release magic for us after absorbing sunlight. But in that story, a sudden mutation caused the plant to start sucking magic from those around it. It became sentient and started behaving violently toward people. Could it be? The following day, before making my way toward the next country, I decided to return to the flower field. There was something I wanted to check. You're the guard from the gate, right?
Hi. Thank you for yesterday.
I heard about your sister.
I finally found her. I don't know if I ever would have if you hadn't brought that bouquet and her shawl. That's how I knew she was here. Finally. I finally found her. You've become so beautiful. It's not fair to keep such a wonderful place like this to yourself. Come on, sis. Let's introduce this place to everyone from back home. I know they'll love it. Besides, I want to show you off now that you've become as gorgeous as a flower. Would that be okay? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I can't believe how beautiful you are now.
Do you mind coming down for a sec? Hey, you came.
Good afternoon.
To you too. Oh, wow, you're a real witch. That's amazing. Well, then what brings you out here?
I'm a traveler. This is a stop on my journey. And you?
I'm out here on a quest for happiness.
I see. What's that?
It's a bottle I use to capture happiness.
But how do you capture it?
When I see people or even animals feeling joyful, I turn that joy into magic. And then I store it all in this bottle.
So that means you're trained in the art of using magic too. And you're converting feelings into something that can be stored.
Yeah, that's more or less it.
May I look inside?
No way! If you were to open it up right here, then all of my hard work would slip right out. I've been gathering these precious treasures for a very long time to give them to a girl I like. What? Is that bad?
No, I'm a bit moved by your words. It reminded me of a book I read in the past.
Oh?
Yes. For the sake of his wife who is sick and homebound, a husband travels around the world, documenting beautiful views with magic, so that he can bring them home for his wife to experience.
Whoa. What a great idea! Did his wife enjoy it as much as he hoped she would?
I can't remember the end.
I bet she healed and lived a long, healthy life.
Maybe that's what happened. So tell me a little bit about this girl you like.
Well, she's a servant named Nino who does housework for my